Good evening. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing fantastic. I was just thinking, I don't know what day it is. Oh, is that offset slightly? No. It looks. It does. It looks like there's a slight. Oh, there is. Huh. I wonder how long that's been like that. On the edge of the stream, there was. It wasn't fully lined up to the window of the stream. I suppose none of that really. Actually, I'm waffling a bit. Right. So yes, here we are on Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Just have a look at my watch. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday the 25th of Augustus. It's been a long day. So my daughter flew home from LA last night. Their plane didn't take off until about 10 to midnight our time. And I wanted to sort of be up just whilst they took off. I was tracking it on Flight Radar. And then I just couldn't sleep. I really sort of couldn't sleep during the night much, so I ended up having quite a long nap earlier. It was nice. Had a good old sort of starter therapy session as well this afternoon. No, this morning. Gosh, seems like yesterday. It was so long ago. And it also means that this little guy in the bottom right corner, little Mr. Finn, is going home either tomorrow or Thursday, to which I am not looking forward to. I'm going to be very, very sad when he's gone. I very much enjoy his company, and he's such a little character. Yeah, so it's gonna be. I'm gonna sort of have to keep myself busy. Yeah, so I hope everyone else has had a wonderful day. I know I'm a bit early today with the stream. I suppose I just don't know. I want to get back at sort of grinding out for Punisher. Essentially. Yeah, I think it is just a case of I just need to do runs. Or loops. My sort of concern is though, I just don't know what is what's best in terms of do I do shorter loops so I can get sort of more in, or do I allow time for him to potentially spawn and sort of run it closer up to the 5 minutes? I just don't know. I honestly do not know. Who does? You know. Oh, what? It's. Oh, it's a different amp. God, I'm in a muppet. I want some juice. There we go. It's. I think I said yesterday. You know, I don't know. I just don't know what is better. I did reply to that post on the subreddit where someone mentioned about sort of doing runs at Outpost, and I sort of commented on the stats of everything and how it all changes. So yeah, it shockingly it got an upvote. You know, I mean, it's fact, like I say, it's factually correct. So it's, you know, and it wasn't hating on the person. It was a constructive retort to them. I'm just going to check something with the microphone as well. I'm going to shout or just make a loud noise because I've added a compressor which should sort of normalise it. So, yeah, it does. So it doesn't actually peak. It stays just sort of in the yellow, which is wonderful, quite frankly. Let's do that. There we go. So it should mean that if I do get loud, it won't. Oh, I need my Stream Deck so I can press the buttons if I do get anything. There we go. What? I've also, thinking of my stream, or mentioning my Stream Deck, just sort of got me thinking about it. I'm really contemplating sort of actually setting up a NAS, or a NAS, because I've got my 2 computers here, and my television, which I watch, it's connected to the internet. Obviously, it's a smart television, so I can sort of link stuff through that. So, I can sort of burn, or my old PC has a Blu-ray drive on it, so I can sort of burn everything, or rip everything from disk to hard drive, store it, and then obviously I've got my personal physical media all. There you go, all digitized and sort of there for when I want to watch it. Sorry, my mother's just messaged me. She's just asked me when Finn's going home. Yeah. Gonna miss him. That little guy. I do hope he has had fun with me. I think he's had fun with me. He's certainly been spoiled in terms of his dinners. Getting salmon, sweet potato and broccoli every day. Well, pretty much every day. Some days I have sort of mixed it in with his tin food, sort of done a bit of each. Which, comically, he'll then manage to pick out all the nice salmon and sweet potato bits and leave some of, not all of, his tin stuff. Yeah. So, do you know, I can't help but think once War Dogs comes out, this might get a bit neglected. I think what I might end up doing is sort of potentially doing maybe like an hour of this and then moving into War Dogs. And I think once that is out, I might end up doing longer streams as well, because obviously the games last longer. But we'll see. We'll see. I've also added under the stream. You'll see it if you're on sort of desktop. You won't on mobile devices. I've added loads of panels like about me and my specs, my peripherals. Some basic sort of chat rules. Basically, it's mods. Mods are kings around here, or kings and queens. They are the rulers, and what they say goes. Basically, yeah. that's pretty much that. So yeah. Rest of the week, what have we got? So yeah, Finn goes back either tomorrow or Thursday. Oh, I keep forgetting, I've got my gas safety check tomorrow at 11:30, I believe it is. And then nothing else. I think that will probably take an hour and a half, maybe. Shouldn't take too long, I wouldn't have thought. And then yeah, that's sort of it. Thursday, yeah, Thursday and Friday. I do have something. Actually, I think I might cancel the thing for Friday though. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's sort of fairly. I didn't set the timer. Let's go down to the bottom. Oh. Yes, I am that stupid. I also just need to move change the size of my OBS window so I can see. There we go. We can make that window smaller. There we go. Right. Heli crash sites is the last one, so that's 7. Right, let's see what we've got there. They've never tend to have anything decent. I'm actually going to just change out the sites, because if I do have contact, I feel it's going to be a bit close quarters. So I'll take it because it's slightly better condition, and it just means I don't need to use a weapon repair kit. Where's... oh, it was... yeah, we'll take it. Don't really need them, but we could sell it, I suppose. Nothing. Yeah, not really. I'll take the batteries. Heli crash sites are very, very underwhelming. We'll take the helmet. Yeah. They're very, very underwhelming, I think. I suppose I'm potentially just comparing them to what are they called? DayZ ones, where DayZ has like really good loot at them. Is my gun... oh, I thought I was inspect. Oh, it's X. God, I'm an idiot. That's interesting how it's still getting water on it. I can't believe that, though. The job was right there. Oh, dear. I suppose I wasn't expecting one to be that close. I've got itchy back and I can't reach where it's itchy. Oh, that's really annoying. No, we will remove mag, remove hybrid, take it out, clear the chamber, put the mag in, pop it there. No. Reload. And put the mag there. No. Where are the batteries? There. No. Where? Did I just drop? I did. I don't even know what happened there. What have I got in them? Oh, cat food and tuna. Oh, okay. Oh, we want to pop the hybrid up. Right. I don't really think I want a scope on my gun that is like the size of my gun. Not really. Right, let's stick the helmet there. Oh, I had field rations, I think, in... yeah, that one. MP5. I'll keep it as a spare... oh. Remove Cobra, remove mag, clear chamber. Mag there. Cobra there. Yeah, look at me. I'm not really practicing gun safety here, am I? That must have stacked. And that's 223. Yes. Okay. Right. What have we got? We've got an MP5 mag. Yes, there. And then a Cobra. That one. That wonderful. And then we'll put the 45 ACP in there and the clock as well. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, I think they're underwhelming. I would like to see the standard military crates at a helicopter swapped out for maybe, so what is there? There's 3 military crates and 1 supply crate. I suppose I'd like to see 2 or 3 supply. I think you could scrap the military crates altogether. But I think 2 or 3 of the supply crates would be better as loot. I need to. It just feels like a chore to keep clearing magazines like that, but I suppose the ammo, you know, you stack it to 300, it's going to be worth a little bit, so... did the other... there it is. No? 1 round. Don't think that was probably worth it for 1 round. Yeah, so I am still very much thinking of just restarting. I suppose if I've got 2 weeks until the 10th of September, which is when War Dogging's out. Yes. So I suppose if I can sort of just go until then, I don't reckon the update for Vostok will be out before then. So it'll give me 2 weeks. I'm not really playing this off stream. I'm not really playing anything off stream actually at the moment. I suppose I'm just figuring that if I'm playing something, I might as well stream it. And I'm trying, certainly at the moment, to not just sit and play games all day. Not that there's anything wrong with that, you know, and but certainly like with Finn, obviously, you know, going out twice a day with him. Oh, he's so tired. We went on a little bit longer walk today, which I don't mind. It's fine, you know. It's I think at home he doesn't react well with other dogs. So basically, my daughter's got a pug, and the pug sort of gets on well with other dogs, but not people. So, and Finn gets on with people and not other dogs, so it's very hard to walk them at the same time. And Finn doesn't often like when my daughter takes him for a walk. Don't know why. So it's very difficult to take them at the same time. So I just don't think he gets 2 a day at home. I mean, he is old, so probably 1 would be all right. But I like to get him out, you know. I like for him to be able to get out and just have fresh air and sort of see the sights and the sounds and the smells of what's going on in Finn world. You know, he has to survey his kingdom twice a day. What are we on? 80. Yeah. This is my rifle. Oh, this is my rifle. My rifle is my best friend. It is my life. I must master it as I master my life. My rifle without me is useless. I think it actually goes on and it says, without my rifle I am useless, something along those lines, but unfortunately I couldn't fit it in, the title was too long. Oh well. Oh my god, Mr. Crashneck, hello, thank you for the follow. So yes sir. Since when does the stream? Well, that's a long story. Technically, I've streamed since 2015, but I took a long break from 2020 to earlier this month. Just, I don't know, I suppose I wasn't really feeling anything that I wanted to stream, and up until November last year, I didn't have a PC that I could actually stream from properly. And now I have. I'm like, well, no, you haven't really missed much, to be fair. Since we've known each other, so what, like 2020, 21, I haven't streamed. It has sort of only been a fairly recent thing that I've come back into it. So yeah, but anyway, I hope you are doing well, Mr. Crashneck. Do you have any I do often lurk and watch your racing streams still. I lurk too much on Twitch. But no, I do very much enjoy them. Yeah, so I've also been trying to vote on your what are they called? Your Mass Effect choices as well. You have seen that, yeah? Cool. It's Joe. It's been an absolute age since I've played those games, so I really don't remember. One of the few that actually does well. You know, I suppose that's potentially one of the reasons why I do, because you know, I suppose when there aren't many people that are voting or participating in something. Oh, another guitar, nice. You know, a vote actually can matter more. Whereas, you know, if there were thousands of people and one vote might not matter so much. So, but no, I'm more than happy, obviously, to participate and help with things like that. So yeah. So I'm sure I just saw you were going live. Are you live? You did. Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, so this game, I just sort of give you a lowdown on it. So it's a very, very, very early access game. This build is sort of the first proper released build of the game. It's basically... but I saw on Discord you were Australian, so I was just slap down the follow for the future. Well, thank you very much, my man. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Yeah, it's basically like a single-player Tarkov. With a few sort of extra twists and things. Like, the developer is one Finnish guy. It's not even like a studio or anything. It's one person. So, yeah. So, it was only £16 on Steam. So, I thought, screw it. And I've got 86 hours in it. So, it's... I think I've already got value out of it already. So... But, yeah. I hope you have a fantastic stream. Mr. Crashneck, I'm. How long are we going? I will, if you are streaming once I've finished, I will make sure I pop in, catch up again. But yes, you have a great stream, my friend. Yeah. Oh fuck me. Keep lurking whilst I get started. Yeah, no worries. Oh my god, what is that aim? Thankfully, he didn't hit me. Yeah. Can't think else. What else? So, yeah, we've got War Dogs out on the 10th, but we have on the 7th got some more information. I think because they've had the closed alpha test that was under NDA, and then obviously the past weekend they had the closed beta test that wasn't under NDA. The only thing left still to come, I think, is an open beta, and I think that will be... Oh wow. Not this weekend, the weekend after, so just before the game comes out. It will sort of be a final push, if you will, to get more sales. But in all fairness, the fact that they've said they've had 1 million wish lists, there was 100,000 people playing it, the closed beta. And that's from people that had pre-ordered the game that got access, and those that tweeted a dev to ask for access. That's me. You know, that's really good figures. So yeah, so I hold hope out that game can be a main game for me. I don't know, I just feel Battlefield... I feel very much like Enders, a sort of fairly big Battlefield streamer, in the fact... I mean, the way he feels now was how I was feeling 10 years ago for Battlefield, which is why I didn't really play 1, 5... and 2042 much. Just, I don't know, it just doesn't... When I watch it, and clips and things, it's people jumping around and sprinting into a jump, into a slide, into another jump, and things like that. It just doesn't feel like Battlefield to me. I feel... Battlefield 3, for me, was the last great one. Not a fan of 4 because of just how it was at launch and for so long. I realise it's a much better game now, and there still is a lot of people that play it now. But yeah, I just never enjoyed it as much as 3. Yeah. He's asleep. I'm sorry, boy. I'm sorry. Oh, I made him jump. I'm sorry, boy. Oh. I'm sorry, little guy. Oh, I feel really bad now. That was quite a mega jump. We seem to be rotating in loot because I got a guitar. Oh no, and then a harmonica and then the spare cassette player, I think, didn't I? Yeah. Oh, let's grab 50. Just so we can fill that mag back up. There we go. Right, let's go for another loop. So what have we've had quite a few events already. We've been going 35 minutes, and we've had a crashed helicopter and a jet flyover. Well, yeah, just the one, and a jet flyover. So yeah, we're doing all right. What time is it? 12:50. I'm tempted to sleep to get it tonight. I don't know if Punisher does spawn more frequently during night than during day. So the 1.25%, I don't know if that's going to be stacked more towards evening time / night time than daytime. I don't see why it would be. In all fairness, most of the crashed helis I've had have been at night, apart from the one I had just a minute ago. Oh, I say a minute, a few minutes ago, obviously. I can't help but think if there was a deviation, or not deviation, but if there was a bias towards if it was day or night, it would say on the wiki for it. It wouldn't just say 1.25, 1.5%. It would say day X. What the hell? Oh, night X in terms of percentage, X being the percentage. So I don't think it does. And again, I'm one person, so the sample size for testing is pathetically small. Really, you need a lot more people to accurately sort of plot it. You'd need to start fresh run-throughs, and you'd need to then track it on. So from day 5, track it. How many of those people got him to spawn then when his spawn percentage is highest, and then going through day 6 to 8, and then 9 onwards, and 9 to 19 at outpost. But yeah, that's going to. That would require a lot of people to be very diligent in tracking all of the spawning, and that's not going to happen. Let's be honest, that's not going to happen. So, yeah. Well, we'll go back. Don't think there's a crashed heli. I still can't believe that crashed heli. Another one I heard was if there aren't anyone in the school that you can hear when you spawn, such as now, then you're more likely to get an event because the NPCs haven't spawned here. But again, that's someone theory crafting, and that's we don't really know that one, because we you know, that's potentially only a couple of people or one or two people that have thought that have come up with that thought. So, yeah. Oh, that little guy. Kinda hope it's not tomorrow, he goes. Oh, I am as well. I have ordered a green screen. So I've actually got it's a double-sided. It's a white and a black screen for like backdrops for photography. My daughter and I used it a lot while she was doing her photography GCSE coursework. And it's got a frame to it, two tripods, and then sort of the crossbar. And I did sort of try. I've never heard someone whispering like that. That was freaky. I did try with the backdrop that I got, but it's far too big, and being either white or black, it would just be very difficult to. A lot of my clothing is black, so I wouldn't be able to use that. And to be fair, my walls are painted white, so I wouldn't even actually sort of chroma it. But I've ordered a green screen because I figure I could probably do it. Oh, I've got hiccups, apologies. Set it up a bit better if it's a green screen for camera once Finn's gone. I don't really want to. Shut up. I don't really want to. I don't want to be a street. I don't care if someone has a face cam or anything when I watch streams. You know, unless it's like an IRL or something. But if someone's sitting there playing a game, you know, I don't think it matters personally. I get that it's personal preference, and it doesn't, you know, if other people clearly do have different preferences, and that's fine. I suppose really I take my example from Soviet Womble, because he doesn't use a face camera. Granted, obviously he's a lot larger streamer, but I suppose if anything that actually proves that it doesn't matter. But I suppose there are times when it would be useful when, so for example, I want to do some videos on the sort of update on, or news on the update and things, but I figured I would probably actually stream me talking about it. So if I just like stick a little face cam in the corner, obviously I've got Finn's camera, so I'd just sort of replace, once he's gone, I'll stick it back on top of my monitor or something, you know. I'll have to set up my ring light again, which I think I'll probably have to move my desk slightly away from the wall to be able to get it behind there. I don't think it would fit, and in fact, because I've got my fourth monitor, I'd have to offset it to one side, because my fourth monitor is above my main one. So I'd probably offset it to the side behind my... Oh, actually, no, I know what I can do. I would set... my ring light, I can have a mount on it for the webcam, so I'd just put the webcam in the ring mount on the tripod. That would make more sense. So the lighting obviously is from there. I've never used a green screen, so I know how to chroma key and stuff, and I mean, hell, there's YouTube out there. You know, YouTube is got tutorials for everything and anything in these day and age. So I can watch a YouTube tutorial to set the green screen up once it's here. That's, you know, that's a nice easy thing, really. Right. I've got to stop picking up all this food and drink. I really don't need it. That's how much I don't need it. And that's not even all of what I've got. Yeah. So the other day when I was playing, when it really started to lag when I entered Minefield, I still don't know what that was, why it did it. I actually have a feeling it was partly due down to Discord. I hate how I say that. I proper split the word into two syllables. Discord instead of just Discord. I think I even still did it then, actually. I need to sneeze. Apologies. Right there. Oh, sorry, boy. You alright? Yeah, he's alright. He's had a couple of nice walks today. We'll probably go on a short one after this evening's stream as well. Well, just before bed, so he can sort of go toilet before bed. Yeah. But he's had some cheese today as well. He had, what was it today? Double Gloucester. I'm a big fan of double Gloucester cheese, so yeah, I got that for him. No, I got it for me, and I had a couple of. I haven't had cheese and pickle like rolls for ages, and I've got some really nice like crispy sourdough. They're sort of those part bake ones that you can buy, that you sort of then bake like 10 minutes or so in the oven to sort of finish them off. So I had a couple of those with some double Gloucester and some Branston pickle, and it was a delight. It was a delight. Like I said, I haven't had cheese and pickle for donkey's years. So it was a very much a welcome, sort of a throwback lunch, if you will. I think I used to have cheese and pickle like when I was teens. When I was at school, I tended to have cooked meals at school. My dad used to completely manipulate us into thinking that we weren't as rich as we were, really, but we very much were. And it's something I've only really realised, I suppose, within like the last 10-15 years. And I still remember back in 2017 how much, I mean, he had never sort of spoken to me about how much he earned when he worked, and he sort of very much instilled in me in sort of how much people earn and how they earn it is no concern or no business to anyone else. And I think potentially people tend to say that when they earn more than others and they don't want them to know, in terms of like colleagues and things. So I kind of wonder, I haven't got anything that's more energy than that's fine, I've got enough. I kind of tend to think that he earned more than sort of some of his colleagues. I like growing up, we were very much middle class. We lived in a very big 4-bedroom house. And I sort of look back at it now and I'm like, that's a really... I mean, those houses now go for stupid money. When my parents got divorced back in the 90s, it was, well, it was under 200,000 it went for. And a few years later, when my mate over the road, when his parents divorced, theirs went for double. So the price sort of shot up. But yeah, I mean, then when my dad bought his new house where he lives now, it was a brand new build. He lived in a log cabin for a few months while he was waiting for it to be finished. And this was a log cabin in the middle of the woods. It was amazing. I went to stay with him a few times, and I wanted him to live there. It was amazing. It was the kind of place that I would love to live, like completely off grid. You know, you'd sort of kind of place where you'd install solar panels for free power. You wouldn't have the internet because you'd have the wilderness to explore. You'd grow your own sort of food in the garden and stuff. You'd have your own chickens for meat and eggs, obviously, and so, you know, things like that, completely sort of off grid. And then yeah, he so he lives on his own. He lives in it's a 3 or 4 bedroom house he lives in. Yeah, just because he could. And I sort of look at it and I'm like, yeah, that's crazy. I just hope that, and whilst I don't speak to him much these days, sadly, that he's sort of leaving things to my daughter. I mean, no doubt he won't leave anything to me, but I'd like to hope that he'd leave things to my daughter to sort of help her. My mother's leaving my daughter her house, which is worth, what was it? I think it was about, she had it evaluated not long ago, and I think it was like 300,000. She bought it in the 90s for 52,000. Over the years has had a new kitchen, new bathroom, an extension, new roof. Oh my God, I've had so many jets today. Had the whole thing replastered. You know, so spent a lot on it. Yeah, so there's no mortgage or anything. So yeah, my daughter will be pretty much set in terms of, because I mean, I look at sort of how much and how difficult it is to get money for a deposit. I mean, I'll never own a house. I've come to that realization for a long time ago. You know, it is what it is. But I need to heal. But yeah, as the way I look at things, as long as my daughter's set with things, and she's known what she's wanted to do for many years in terms of higher education and a job. She wants to be a teacher. So all through school, she knew like what grades to aim for and everything for college. And she's, a few weeks ago, just before she went off to America, she got her results back from her first year of college, and she got an A and a B in her exams, which is absolutely phenomenal. It's fantastic. I am so proud of her. That A and a B makes up 40% of her overall score for college. And the B she got, her tutor told her sort of that she saw the papers and it was a 2 marks under an A, so she nearly got 2 A's. So yeah, she's doing phenomenal with life, and I'm so happy. I didn't take shit seriously at school and everything. You know, I don't look back on things and I'm like, you know, oh, I you know, could have done better and should have. Yeah, I could have, you know, but it is what it is. As long as that's an airdrop. As long as I can instill in my daughter better work ethics and stuff, so she doesn't fall down the same traps and, well, I say traps, the same sort of things that I have in terms of not working hard and not taking shit seriously, then that's mission accomplished. Cobra. I really want. Oh no, IFAX don't sport. Where the hell is it? Oh, it's there. Yeah, right. I just want to concentrate on this because this attracts. No. We'll take the water. We'll take them. We'll take them. AFAC. That's all we need from there. That's fine. Right, let's bug out before it attracts, before the NPCs turn up. I think I saw one behind that electric box. I did. Oh, there's someone else shooting at me from somewhere. Oh, I see. There we go. Yeah, so I seem to, since I've come back after war dogging it, I really do seem to today I've got loads of events. Did I stream? I can't remember if I streamed earlier today. Don't think I did. It must have been yesterday, because I was getting a few yesterday as well. Right, well, we'll go back and we'll drop this stuff off. Did I get? I didn't get hit. Nice. I thought the guy at the van hit me. Yeah. That little guy is exhausted after his walks earlier. I need more lockers. No. I don't really need to be hoarding all this stuff. I'm gonna... This stuff in here is my when I do low end runs with just shotgun and pistol, just sort of to practice using lower end gear. Oh, I don't need all these scopes. When I do a hardcore run, do you know what? I'm gonna sell that. This one. When I do hardcore run, I'm not going to loot so much stuff because I won't need to. Because obviously, if I do die, then I die. That's it. That's done. That's game over. It's game over, man. So I don't need to loot so much stuff. You know, I'll only need a couple of guns, really. I won't need like all these sights, and I know I can store sights on weapons and things like that. But I like to sort of be able to very quickly just keep account of what I've got by not having it on weapons. Right, okay, that's fine. Let us just stock up on refresh on the ammunition, and then we will be on our way. So anyone in chat, are you playing Vostok? If so, how... Oh, no, I wanted that site because that's the one for there. Why did I... yeah, are you playing Vostok? If so, you know, how are you doing on your runs? Biggest question of all, have you found or have you had Punisher and killed him? If so, please send some of your RNG Jesus goodness my way, please, because I desperately need some. Yeah, it'd be very nice to have some. Right, let's get the timer going because I haven't actually had it running. I just need to scroll my OBS window up a bit. There we go. Just so I can see the timer. That's so the timer on the OBS, which is on my top monitor. That's the only place I've got the 5-minute countdown running that I can see. Well, I can see it on my stream deck, but it's just easier for me to glance up to look on the top monitor. So, yeah. Is that... No, I'm telling you... Oh, it's because I paused it, isn't it? Just audio sort of died. Man, I've got it so I've had 2 planes, a heli crash, an airdrop. I can't have BTRs or the attack choppers because I'm not in any of the zones where they'll spawn. So literally the only event I haven't had spawn is Punisher. Do you know, I did wonder, and it almost feels like it, because I haven't played for a few days, that it sort of stacked up the events, and it's sort of going, oh, you haven't played in a few days, we need to sort of chuck some events at you. I know that's not how it works, but that's sort of what it feels like. I do want to, though, go to the gunsmith. So I want to just sort of try and get some more level 4 plates and some 308 ammo. I do really want to go back to apartments as well, and maybe we will do that this evening, so that I can sort of do a run there, because I'm desperate for more VSS magazines. I've got 3 VSSs, but only 1 magazine. And I've got 2 MP7 magazines and no MP7. Oh. I do also need more ammo for all of them, which is only at apartments as well. Oh, shut up. So yeah, so I think maybe what we'll do, because I've been trying to do Punisher for an hour now, is we'll break things up a little bit. We'll go... Yeah, we're getting nighttime, so I want to test the theory again that you get better loot at apartments after 8 PM. So I think what we'll do, we'll go back upstairs. We'll drop some food and drink off and stuff because I don't need all of it. We'll pick up Lafloof. And yeah, we'll head to apartments. We'll do a run at apartments. We'll also take the stuff that I've got in my fridge near the exit, just there, to my tent at tent at the outpost. And we'll have a quick go at the gunsmith, see what he's got, see if he's got any level 4 plates. I am going to swap my plate out for a new level 4, just so that, well, yeah, just so that I've got a new level 4. Because obviously we're going to quite a dangerous area. Right. let's just get to 100%, and then we'll drop off. We will drop off this. So yeah, so I think tomorrow will be setting up the. Well, once Finn's gone, it will be lots of sadness and depression. Setting up as well the green screen to chroma key it and everything, and then yeah, sort of setting up face cam. I don't really want to, but people seem to enjoy that kind of shit, so we'll just take 3 for the floof. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see sort of how retention and things go with Facecam. And I suppose I can make like a after the intro, sort of rather than going straight into game, having a sort of a few minutes on camera, just sort of as a welcome into stream, etc, etc. Why? I don't know why I didn't shoot straight away. Yeah, and then we'll go into stream. I'm trying. Oh shit! What the fuck? Oh god damn it! Yeah, I'm sorry, Finn. I know. Right. So yes, at the moment I am playing on the, and I got told off by some of the people in my chat by calling it easy, but I am playing on the lowest difficulty because this is still my very first run playthrough. The base. Oh, I didn't heal. Basically, the conditions for me. I really want to do a hardcore Iron Man sort of winter run, but the sort of requirements for me to start one of those is basically one of 3 things. Either I do all the tasks, and I feel that I'm at a point where I've got everything I want. So mainly I've got all the guns I want, ammo I want, sort of things like that. I get a permadeath, which obviously will wipe the game anyway, or the update comes out. I think at the moment it's more likely to be a permadeath / the new update is out, rather than me do all the tasks, just because I still need 2 of those IFAKs to give to the doctor, I think it is, or the gunsmith, I can't remember whichever one. And I still need... No, that's the gunsmith one. I've done all the doctor ones. I didn't pick up all that loot, did I? Oh my good god, another jet. I've had so many of them. Yeah, so the 3 tasks I've got outstanding is the KP31 and the drum mag to the generalist. I've got 8 of the drum mags. Annoyingly, I did have a KP 31, but I lost it. I died at school. I was a bit sort of careless when I went into the school, and sort of I was running about, sort of trying to go back to pick up one of the drum mags, and just absolutely got murked. The IFAKs, I've got 1 of them. I did have 2, but annoyingly at one point I sold the coffee. I didn't know I sold the coffee machine. At one point I really needed to use it to heal, so obviously I've gone back down to 1 of those, and and let's just get. Oh, actually, and then obviously the Punisher hat for the gunsmith to have the outpost. Hey Yasuski, how are you doing? I have had Suski. I have had so many events spawning for me. I've probably had 4 jets. I've had a crashed heli, and comically, it was right outside school, and I sort of walked past it pretty much because where it was, I didn't sort of really notice it. And an airdrop. So, yeah. The only one I haven't had when I've been at school out of the 4 you can get is Mr. Punisher. Which obviously sucks. Yeah, no, I'm doing good. I did have a little cry earlier when I had a cuddle with Finn because he's going home tomorrow or Thursday. So I thought it was going to be Thursday, Friday. I kind of hoped Saturday, but I didn't realise that my daughter and ex were flying home last night, so they arrived home this morning. I think they're all very knackered and jet lagged, so they were never going to sort of come pick him up today. So yeah, he's going very soon. But I have ordered a green screen, so I'll set up reluctantly. Yes. Very reluctantly, I'll set up my face cam. Wow, there's literally nothing there I want or need. That sucks. Can I say... Oh, can I say Mr. Punisher again the same way you just did? Mr. Punisher? I don't know. I don't know how I just said it. Mr. Punisher. Like that. Oh, yes, because I got very close to the mic and sort of spoke lower. I have been told, and this might sound a bit weird now, but I suppose I haven't really thought about it for a while. But back in 22, there was this girl I was seeing, and we would often sort of in the evenings play games and stuff, and just sort of sit on Discord and chat. If sort of we weren't seeing each other, and one evening she said to me, she goes, "You have a really sexy, sleepy voice." And I was just like, what? Apparently, when I'm really tired, I will just absolutely sort of word vomit gobbledygook. But I talk, apparently, when I'm very sleepy, I talk sort of, I have a different cadence, like I talk slower and lower. In fact, I can't remember where it is, but this voice here, I'm talking sort of very high up in my chest and stuff. If I stop, slow down when I talk, it's actually a lot lower. This is what my normal voice would be like if I actually didn't talk so fast. If I talked slower at a better or a slower cadence, this is what my voice is like. And that is sort of more what your actual voice is. Because I hate sort of how it's not particularly, but it feels high pitched to me, my voice. Actually, we'll take that drink with us. We'll have that now. Damn. Yeah. Well, that's a lot closer to what my sleepy voice is, because I'm when I am sort of tired and my brain isn't braining so quickly, and I'm sort of, it's tough to think. I do talk slower, so yeah. So what? Oh, my microphone's dropped. Hold on. I really don't want to be. You really need to do an audio. But well, do you know? Since you said that last time, I did look into Fiverr. I keep forgetting to actually sort of do more about it. I sort of looked into Fiverr to sort of set up to just do audio work on there, like sort of narration. Narration. I suppose like. Nowhere near as good as David Attenborough, or sorry, Sir David Attenborough, but sort of like that. Because I'm not going to turn around and go, oh, I haven't got an accent. Everyone has an accent, of course. But I've been told I sort of have a very I suppose you could say I'm not well spoken, but I enunciate very well. I'm very clear when I talk. So yeah, and now obviously I have got a better audio setup. I can do. So yeah, I suppose that might be something to look into. Yeah, it's just I when I talk faster, it goes up. So. But if I talk slower, like this, it does go lower, but it just sounds almost like there's no... It sounds more monotone. So I suppose if I'm doing, a training video for something, being of a cadence like this, would be better. But yeah, that's yeah. So what we were messaging about earlier, I haven't had a reply. I don't actually expect a reply, and it's fine. It's fine. The person doesn't need to reply about it. You know, if they've wanted to leave my corner of the internet, that's absolutely fine. That's their prerogative. They don't have to tell me why. I suppose I'm just kind of curious, you know. I'd have, I don't know, I suppose I'd like to have hoped if I had done something wrong, or even if I hadn't, that said person might have sort of just said, I'm stepping away, you know. That's fine. You don't even need to say a reason. Yeah, but I suppose it's a bit it's a bit of a bummer because they're my only sub at the moment. And it was like, oh, okay, that's a bit awkward. I haven't removed them as mod, not yet or anything, but I'll read 50 Shades of Grey. I've never actually read 50 Shades of Grey, so... Isn't 50 Shades of Grey like a Twilight fanfic audiobook or something? That's really weird. Yeah, I mean, it could just be, you know, they've been at work for 2 weeks, they've got another week left, so it could just be... you know, the sort of the stresses of that, maybe. But, you know, like I say, it's fine. I suppose I'm being a bit hypocritical with it, but back in 21, I sort of did a similar thing where I actually deleted my Discord. I sort of unfollowed a lot of people. I wiped my whole Steam friends list. I lost... I was just sort of... I suppose I was in a bad place mentally. So 59 Shades. I don't know. I'd have thought 69 Shades would have, would have been a bit more appropriate considering the subject matter of the series of books. Oh, that little guy. I do love that little doggo. Right, here we go. I wish I had never like developed anxiety issues, because I very much enjoy drama and acting and things like that. Can't do it for jack these days because I just get sort of too nervous about things like that. Yeah, it's a shame. Can't see anyone yet. Bacon, damn. Oh, have you? I don't know if you're on phone or sort of on your tablet or anything, but I've made loads of panels now underneath the channel or underneath the stream. I've got sort of a very quick about me. I've changed it so many times. Oh, that's the BTR. That sounded like the BTR. Bugger. Damn. On your phone. Ah, okay. Yeah, that's the BTR. Where are we? That's number 6 there. So, okay, so now the only 2 events I haven't had today are the attack chopper, thank God. Which actually, as far as I'm aware and I can remember, the attack chopper only spawns at Minefield. And Mr. Punisher. That sounds like this is coming down this road. I suppose I could put... now, I'm obviously always open to suggestions and things. Actually, I think what I might do, so I'm not quite so open, is this. Oh, it's not there. Okay. Is just take a screenshot and stick it on Discord, like in the admin chat or something. Just, you know, I'm always, in terms of information and things on them, I've even let's turn the light on. I've even actually, I think it's that side. I've even Googled, and sort of, it's on some subreddits of people asking, like, what sort of panels should you include, you know, what information and things. And the general consensus tends to be you can't have too many, you know, as long as they're sort of arranged correctly and, you know, you've got sort of the headers for them of what each panel is. You can't have too many, but you can have not enough. I tend to sort of, in terms of you can't have too many, I think I tend to disagree with that. I think you can. And there were some I had, so I did have one that sort of mentioned about subscribing, but I'm like, people on Twitch know where the subscription button is and they know all that. I have actually added a donation one back in. I don't ever expect any, and I sort of was very much humming and hawing about adding that back in. And in fact, a few years ago, someone donated me. It was I say quite a bit. It was a few £100 or a few $100, I think it actually was. It was someone from Canada, and they sort of, we were very much sort of mutuals online, and we both played Battlefield and stuff and sort of things like that. And he sort of sent me some to just sort of help out. I think it was to buy some new headphones at the time. And I was like, oh mate, no, I can't take that much. So I sent it all back to him. You know, it wasn't that I didn't appreciate it. I certainly did. And I sort of made it very, very clear and obvious to him that I wasn't sort of rejecting it. I felt bad taking that much, or not taking that much, him giving that much, basically. I say that. There was someone I used to watch a lot, and I probably donated quite a few £100 to them over the years. And in fact, their birthday back in 2020, I sent them, they live up north in England, and I live sort of down south. And this was during COVID. And I sent them a new monitor. I paid £80, but it was worth £250. A C920 webcam, which was worth 80. I got it about 50, perks of my work. And sort of some other bits and other things that I know they wanted and liked and things. So yeah, I suppose I've done that. I'm someone that when it comes to friend, I'm going to sort of reveal quite a bit about me here, but I'm fine doing it because it's just, I suppose, a character trait of me. It's part of me. I very much, for friends and things, like buying friends presents. I never like sort of receiving them, really. I feel very awkward, just in general, like even with my family. I'm very, I don't know, I suppose for the most part, I have pretty much everything I need and want. You know, I've got a roof over my head, I've got a good computer, I've got good internet, you know, that kind of thing. I suppose there are a couple of things. I need some more pads for my Mai Tai, which are about £80. That I really need to buy, and I sort of keep putting off because I don't have that money really at the moment. But yeah, I just sort of very much enjoy sort of for other people. So, for instance, my mate who I do the Mai Tai with, he loves Sons of Anarchy, the motorbike show from sort of early 2000s. Well, the lead character in that, Jax, he, even though he's a motorbike guy, you know, gang member kind of thing, motorcycle club member, he, instead of wearing boots, he wears white Nike Air Force Ones. And my mate has always wanted a pair, but he sort of doesn't buy himself them. So for Christmas this year, I'm going to get him a pair. I'm hoping, I sort of asked him earlier in the year what size he was. Thankfully, he's the same size as me. Because when I was over at his, I looked in 3 different pairs of footwear, and all 3 were different bloody sizes. And he sort of said to me, I said to him, you know, what size are you? And he was like, 10.5, same as me. So yeah, I'll get him sort of some that size. I don't expect he will wear them much, and I suppose that's the point, being white trainers. I have 14 pairs of Vans, the trainers, and a lot of them I sort of very, very infrequently wear. They sort of, I suppose it depends on what colour they are to what colour I'm wearing, and what the weather is as well, because I've got some white ones that obviously I don't want to wear when it's all wet and muddy outside. They're summer ones kind of thing. So yeah, so I'm going to get him them for his for Christmas. I just feel the past few years for his birthday, I've sort of lacked a bit in terms of presents. So he got me last birthday or Christmas. He got me a network switch. So basically, where I am, I'm not near my router, my two computers. So I have one Ethernet cable going from my router into this switch, and then the switch has a 4 output, so I can do two outputs into each computer. So I've only got then one cable that's running on the wall to the switch. And in fact, then when I get a NAS drive, I can plug the NAS into it as well, which, you know, makes things easier. And that was something, it wasn't particularly expensive, not that cost matters, but it was something he knew I wanted, which had a huge amount of value to it, more than anything of cost, because he said to me, oh, have a look, give me some ideas. And I sort of looked at one and went, well, this is by a company that I know because I've had some routers by them before, Netgear, you know, they're the good company. It will take up to I think it's a 10 gigabit line, or even 100 maybe. I've only got a 1 gigabyte line at the moment, so it sort of future-proofs it a bit, but it's then got 4 outputs, which really is more than I would need. So it ticked all the boxes very suitably. Yeah, so right. That was complete junk in there. I don't think there was one special crate. Yeah, so come... Ow! Sorry, so I just rubbed my nose. I have a septum piercing. I've had it quite a few years. And I have the hoop... well, it's actually a barbell tucked into my nose, so you can't actually see it. And I just rubbed my nose and pressed one of my other nose piercings into it. I actually have quite a few piercings. I have no tattoos. It always shocks people, actually, because I'm very sort of alternative into like my rock music and stuff. I would love some tattoos, and there are quite a few sort of designs and or ideas that I have. But I constantly am like, I don't know if I'd like that in 10 years. Comically, a lot of those ideas that I had like many years ago, I'm still like, yeah, actually, I think I probably would like that now. So I, you know, probably should have, or I say should have, could have, and wouldn't have regretted it. But I suppose if it's done and the person who does it fucks it up, there's no real, which has happened to an old work colleague. Well, I say old, a work colleague of mine. He's got tattoos, but he's currently blacking out all his arms and legs, and then he's going to black out his torso. And he went to a tattoo studio, and they completely like did his hands, and it all got infected and shit. And he took photos, and the place was filthy. Like, I'd have walked in there and gone, yeah, fuck off. You ain't touching me. So he's the place is closed down. Like, he proper put them on I forget what the phrase is, but he proper sort of called them out on social media, and he has quite a big sort of following on social media, just from generally, I suppose, it's sort of his people he knows, but he's a very outgoing, loud but likable person. And yeah, the place ended up closing. There were some people who tried to defend the place, but there was far more that sort of were calling it out and stuff. And there was, in fact, another one of them. I've got one. I don't need another one. It's fine. There's nothing there. There was another sort of studio, sort of fairly local, that offered to sort of do some laser removal of the crap stuff and redo it for free. Well, from how it was worded, it sounded like it was going to be free, which I think is great for him, because it proper sort of knocked his confidence and stuff. And oh man, seeing some of the pictures of sort of the wounds that were left and things was it was awful. Yeah, so I suppose something like that worries me. But someone I used to work with like 20 years ago, she's got her own tattoo studio, and she's an amazing artist. And I think she would actually probably be the one that I'd want to do the tattoos. But yeah, I don't know. I suppose I just don't have the money at the moment, really. But yes, I've got quite a few piercings. Tend to be cheaper, and obviously, if I ever regret it or anything, you take them out and they'll heal, kind of thing. Yeah. So yeah. I suppose I probably later on should message my ex to find out when she's picking up Finn, but I don't want to know when they're coming to get him, because I suppose it's a Schrodinger's cat situation. Until I know he's still here, kind of thing. There's not a finite date on him leaving. And I think you are enjoying your time here, aren't you? Because it's quiet, because at home he has a pug that he lives with that they sort of antagonise each other a bit. And he doesn't always get on with my daughter. Or in fact, apparently, my ex, who's his owner, he'll growl at her for some things. He has growled at me a couple of times. He did last night. So, and I understood why. So I left him be. So their plane took off at 10 to 11 our time. It was about 3:40 local time, California. So Pacific Standard Time. And they landed at about 10:15. Well, I wanted to sort of stay up whilst they were sort of taking off and stuff, just to know that they'd got on the plane and taken off and they were on their way home safely. Well, yeah, he's normally sort of in bed. He's lying in a bed right now, sort of sleeping and stuff, but, properly settled down for the night a lot earlier. But he wouldn't go up to bed. He sort of insisted on staying down here with me. So when we did go up about 1:15 midnight, he sort of very leisurely slumbered into his bed. I went to give him a stroke, a good night and a kiss, and he growled quite loudly at me. I think it was I'm really fucking tired, leave me alone. To which I did, it was, damn it, it was fair enough. And he was fine today. He had his jumper on, so the dinosaur jumper, I don't know where it is off the top of my head. He loves that jumper. But it did get quite warm today, so I took it off him. And my daughter, and indeed my ex, he'll growl at them. He doesn't when they're trying to put it on or take it off him. He doesn't with me. I tell a lie. He has once, maybe twice when he's been here. It's really weird when he growls when you're putting it on, because it's like, well, it's not particularly warm. He's a little guy, and when we're going out early in the morning for a walk, he does get cold. So he does sort of need it on. But then he more likely is to growl when you're taking it off, because he wants to keep it on, because it's a very soft and cuddly jumper. and I imagine it feels sort of very snuggly to him. Ooh, what's that? Another one. Another one. Yeah. So, sorry, I'm responding to you really late. I see. I only have piercings in my ears and 3 tattoos on my body. So I've got straight. It's fine. It's fine. It's you know, no one ever really has to respond in chat anyway. You know, as I've said before, it's sort of generally a lurky thing for a lot of people. So the piercings I've got in my left ear, or both ears, I've got 16mm tunnels. I've had them, probably since about 2009, 2008, I think. And then I've got my seconds done as well. I've got my conch, tragus, and the hell is the one at the top? I can't remember what that one's called now. You'd think I'd remember. In my left ear. My right ear, I don't actually have so many. I've only got the 16mm tunnel, and then what they call an auricle. It's sort of halfway up. I did have my daith done there, but it grew out. I keep meaning to get it redone. I loved my daith. And in fact, that ear, maybe a little weird, was a matching ear to the piercings a friend had. We sort of had matching ears. I've got my nostrils done either side. I've got a hoop in my left and a stud in the right. I've got my septum done as well. I used to have my lip done as spider bite, which is two piercings on one side. One of them, I loved that. One of them I took out and it healed. The other one, which I had since 2006, I haven't had in for months, but that one never heals. So sort of, if I'm going to a show or something, and I sort of want to feel a bit more, you know, sort of spice up my look a bit, I suppose, then I'll put a hoop in there. Yeah. So that's all of them. What tattoos do you have? Obviously, you don't have to share, you know. But I think for some of mine, I have a lot of piercings. I do. Most of them are ear based. But yeah. Years ago, and this is, I suppose, a bit not safe for work. Years ago, I had a friend called Alex. Quite funny story, actually, with him. So he for years I knew him, and he had hair. And then one day I saw him. He'd shaved his head, and he had this huge lion tattooed on the top of his head. And I was like, "Holy shit!" I'm like, "Is that new?" And he went, "No, I've had this years." I'd just never seen him without his hair. And obviously where it was, you only ever saw it if his head was shaved, which was quite funny. Well, anyway, he very much wanted to get some piercings down there, some genital piercings. But he said, and I will never forget this, and it makes me laugh every time I sort of think of it. He always sort of turned around and went, he didn't want some burly and butch guy to start touching up his junk to pierce him. So he never got it done. Which, I don't know, I suppose is maybe a bit understandable, but yeah. My daughter has quite a lot of piercings in her ears as well. And she had a bet with her mum a few years ago. 2 abstract dolphins and your dog's paw print. Oh, do you know, I'd love to get Finn's paw print. I think my ex has. And in fact, my WhatsApp picture, I changed it to a picture. So I'll have to share it in the Discord. But when I was cleaning my PC at the weekend, he was sort of laying on the floor watching me, and it was really cute. And I changed my WhatsApp picture to the sort of, I cropped it so it was just him. I did then ask my ex if she minded, if my WhatsApp picture was a picture of her dog. She replied and put, "I do mind at all." And I'm like, I don't know what she does mean by that. She is dyslexic. And the way it was worded, I figured she probably meant didn't mind, but I did remove it, and I was like, oh, sorry. I'm not, I wasn't picking at what I thought she said. And she was like, oh, no, sorry, I don't mind. I'm just really tired, obviously, because after the flight and everything. I haven't actually put it back yet. Yeah, I think on her wrist, because she's got a few tattoos. And I think she has a, wow, that must have been some painful shit some guy had. Damn. Yeah, I think she's got a paw print of him, or his paw on her wrist. What kind of tattoo? I think very much like music. So I very much love Paramore, and I love Hayley Williams as an artist. Like, it's sort of, I suppose, being a straight white male, people, I suppose, have looked at me and presumed, like, I like Paramore / Hayley Williams because she's attractive. Yeah, she is, but no, it really is the music, definitely. So I suppose something like Paramore, and I have sort of made a bit of a pact with my daughter that when she turns 18, we should get matching Paramore tattoo, like as our first tattoo. So sort of something, I suppose, that for Paramore. I very much like Deftones as well. So one of their albums is called White Pony, and it's sort of, it's as far as I actually understand as well from some research, the picture of the white pony that's on the album cover is a very generic picture that you can get online, but I'd kind of like that. So this one's a bit more sort of niche, but there was a band back in the very early 2000s that was a side project for a couple of the guys from Blink 182 called Boxcar Racer. And it's very sort of emo music. And at the time, it sort of very much wasn't music that Blink would release, which is why it was done as a side project. Well, with the album, the CD version of it, it came with sort of, the inlay was a fold out, and there was like a stencil sort of spray paint picture of an outline of like someone running. And for years, and I suppose I still kind of would love that as a huge back piece. So just sort of have it as like a spray paint kind of outline, if you will, looking like it's sort of done as a stencil, but sort of very, very rough kind of thing. those ones I've thought of, I've wanted for many years, and I don't think, I mean, the boxcar racer one, the back piece one, I've probably actually wanted the longest. I very much as well would love to, I'd love to meet Hayley Williams, and I would love to get, her to sign my arm and get that tattooed. People have called that one very weird. But I suppose Paramore, I've been a fan of Paramore since 2006 when they first sort of broke out in England. And I still remember my then girlfriend, we would always, on her television, this was sort of before YouTube and streaming services and stuff, we would always have Kerrang on, which is sort of alternative music. And back then, Paramore was... a couple of cats fighting outside. It scared me. I thought it was in-game. Yeah, and I mean, she was a fan of them then. And then my daughter's mother, she really isn't a fan of Paramore or anything. So when my daughter was young, she wasn't really. But as she's got older, she's massively got into them. In fact, she's seen them live more times than I have now. Our first time seeing them live was in 2023. I just never did beforehand. I don't really know why. But looking back on it, I'm actually kind of pleased that I never did, because we got to share that special moment of seeing, you know, one of our favourite bands together for the first time. So it was a really, really good experience. Yeah, so sort of there's sort of a few designs for Paramore ones that I've thought of. Yeah, I can't really think what else. I suppose there is the drummer from Blink-182, Travis Barker. He has a clothing brand called Famous Stars and... I jumped. I saw him called Famous Stars and Straps, and the logo is it's an F that has a sort of a star in it. It's a really, really cool sort of logo, and it's called, they sell the t-shirts with that F on, and they're called Badge of Honor. It's just sort of what the term is for that F. And I, back sort of early 2000s, I had loads of their clothing, loads of it. And this was the time when you could only order it from America, but the conversion rate was like $2 to £1. So I would get stuff ridiculously cheap, really. So I'd sort of do huge orders. I kind of would very much like one of those Fs as like the badge of honor as well. I suppose I wouldn't really want many brands or things, but I think it's a really cool logo. And I think Travis Barker is a really well-spoken, quiet, gentle person. And like he used to sort of have drug problems and things, you know, what many famous people who don't, you know. But now he's vegan, he doesn't drink, you know, he's sort of proper settled down with his family and things, and his daughter was streaming once on, I think it was like on TikTok or something. No, it wasn't. It was actually, well, it was on her computer, so it wouldn't have been TikTok. And she accidentally revealed something on a search history, and sort of the chat were going off at her about it. And he came in and sort of spoke to her. and he was so quiet, composed, and calm. And it was wonderful to sort of to see that. And it wasn't him like shouting at chat and telling him to shut up and things. And it was just a dad being really supportive of his daughter, and it was wonderful. Sorry, so I would also like to get a tattoo from Johnny Depp or Serge. I can never really say his last name. Tankin or Richard Cross. I don't know who that is. And have it as a tattoo. I know who. Obviously, I know Johnny Depp and Serge. System. I used to listen to System of a Down all the time. I haven't listened to them for many years now. Probably my favourite System song is Spiders. I love that song. And War. I very much love War. But yeah, Spiders I think is probably my chef's kiss from System. Yeah, I don't know who's the Richard guy. Crusp. I don't know. I'm useless with names and stuff. From Rammstein. Oh, okay. Is he the lead singer? Because he, you know, not trying to shit on anything, but I know that, or I've heard. I'm not really a Rammstein fan, but I've heard like their lead singer has been a bit sort of problematic in the past with things. Again, I don't know for certain because I'm not really a fan of theirs. I don't listen to them anyway, so it's not something that really influences or affects me. No, they're the lead singer. Yes, yes, I was just going to say that's the lead singer's Till. Yeah. Oh, so who is Richard from Rammstein? Yes, Till Lindemann. Yes, that's the one. Yeah, he's sort of a bit of a problematic. The only vaguely, or the only song I sort of remotely have enjoyed of Rammstein was, I can't remember what it was called or anything, but it was the music video of it. Guitarist. Okay, cool. The music video is them on the beach, and it's sort of like set in the 70s or something, and they're doing surfing. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but that's sort of the only one. I don't really know any German. It doesn't really help, I suppose, for that. But yeah, who else? Yeah, I suppose there's no one else really that I'd want a tattoo of in terms of a signature. The actually something else. The tattooist that I was talking about, the one I used to work with, she is just in general an amazing artist, and I've thought in the past to commission her to do a pencil or a charcoal drawing of Finn and sort of framing it, potentially doing it as like a Christmas present from Bryony and I for her mum, because obviously with him being 12, he's not going to be here for that much longer. Oh shit, cat needs feeding. Yeah. I think those, in terms of tattoos, those are sort of the solid ones that I've thought of having and wanting. Yeah. I very much would love like a sleeve that's everything is a Paramore related sleeve. For like their different albums and songs and sort of connections and things like that. Come on, cat, I need to feed you. Oh, I imagine cat doesn't come out and cat dies. Could be too near the rock. Let's try in the open a bit. Yeah, so I'm going back to sort of green screen. I'm kind of looking forward to getting that set up, really. I suppose I'd like to sort of get a green screen suit as well, so just my head or my face shows. Oh my god, cat. Shit. Why is cat not coming out? Cat? Oh no. Could this be the end for Le Floof? Uh-oh. Is it because we're outside? Fuck. If Le Floof dies, that doesn't count as a... No, because it's not a permadeath for me. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. I was really disappointed, actually, by my loot run here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right. I know Le Floof does come out in here. Oh no. Oh, there we go. Oh, feed cat. We're good. We're saved. Woo! Okay. Thank God for that. Completely forgot. Le Floof was just sitting in my backpack in a box going, yo, dude, I'm fucking hungry here. Feed me. And I'm just like, yep. Tra-la-la-la-la. Right. My connection is shit again. The stream's really choppy. Oh. No, it is just you. I have just watched it and it's okay. So it's not my end. Try reloading it. I don't know if you'll be able to hear any of that. That's two. Oh, I haven't got any. Oh well. Right, let's go back because we've looted all here. Oh, okay. So that was about an hour run for. What's it called? An hour run for apartments. Okay. So we'll go back and we'll do a bit more time to try and get Punisher. Yeah, it's me. My con before I lose my nerve, I thought I'd go to bed. That's fair. That's fair. Oh, you are obviously 2 hours ahead, so it is. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock for you. So yeah. I should be back in the morning. I have got a gas safety check at 11:30 my time. So it will probably be a 9 to, well, I suppose when he gets here stream. So that's, what's that for you, 11? Yeah, hopefully might have heard from other person by then as well. Obviously, I don't want to name them. It just, it's. But yeah, no worries, Suski. Well, thank you very much for stopping by today. It's been wonderful to catch up again. And I hope you're doing well. I hope you have a. I heard someone. Yeah, have a good rest of your evening. And yeah, hopefully see you for tomorrow's stream. And yes, good night, sweet dreams. Oh no, it's good night and good luck. That's the title of the film. I should have remembered that. Sorry, no, it's still not. good night and sweet dreams. There we go. Right. I definitely heard someone. Was that the... I thought I heard the BTR. Thank God I didn't hear the BTR. I mean, I've already had the bit. I can't believe now the only 2 events I haven't had today... Things said moments before disaster. The only 1 event I haven't had today has been... Oh, I'm right under him. Has been Punisher. Where's the helicopter attack chopper? That's number 3. So we can change that to 4. Fuck. I've got to get Punisher. I have had literally every other event happen. I don't believe this. Has it stacked them from me not playing for a few... It so feels like they've stacked them from me not playing for a few days. An MI-24 Hind. I used to have a 1:48 scale airfix model of them. One of them. And an AH-64D Longbow Apache. Love those helicopters, AH-64 Longbows. I shouldn't say D because they're far past it now in terms of model number, but back then they were the D model. Well, this is actually quite interesting data that I've got from this stream. The fact that I hadn't played in a few days because of War Dogs, and now today, I mean, in 2 hours, I've had what? 4 jets, 1 airdrop, 1 BTR patrol, 1 chopper, and a helicopter crash site. Like, what? Yeah, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Top is amazing. Right, let's see what he's got. I bet he's going to have a level 4 vest. I wonder. What is it? Oh, it's only 8.19. Yeah, we'll go for a little bit longer. Oh, he's got a level 4. I want that. I want a level 4. I do have quite a lot of suppressors. It's a level 1. That's a level 1, isn't it? Yeah. I don't need another 308 mag. Grenade? No. I love that. Hot, hippie. And we'll do it. There we go. That yeah, nothing else. I'm going to move this up slightly. If I do this, I can then, there we go. I can talk very softly here now, with the microphone very close to me. So I can talk in my deeper, lower voice. Although Suski's not here now, so you know. I've thought about. I'd love to get one of those ASMR ear microphones. just to sort of stream. I wonder how much they are. Do you know what? I've got to have a look because I will forget if I don't look now. ASMR microphone. Oh my god. They're like £2,000. Holy shit. Yeah, that's not happening. Oh my god, can you stop panting? Yeah, I'm definitely not going to buy one of those microphones. Well, certainly not yet. I want to sort of NAS first. I suppose I could stick that on screen as a... I suppose we could just get rid of the timer in the bottom left and do it as a dono goal. Yeah, we could do. Right, how's Cat? Oh yeah, Cat's fine, isn't Cat? Oh, little guy, let's pop a light on just so you can see him a bit clearer. Let's move it to the left slightly. There we go. So, yeah, okay. We're on Twitch here, Bacon. Jeez. Okay, I've got to get Punisher. I've got to. Like... oh. Yeah, I see him. I think he went out the front door. We'll shut the front door. I wish I still had that picture. Because those are so similar, those two. Let's just see. Oh, where's my mouse? I've lost my mouse. I've lost my mouse. No. There it is. No. Oh. Ooh. Here's a few teasers about the upcoming RTV merch store. Oh, Road to Video releases Velcro patch designs. Oh. Oh, I love the cat. I love the cat in the first one. Oh. What a stupid fucking question. Oh. Season 5 leaks. Oh, I can't really see that. I'll have to watch that video later. Oh, he's going home today. I thought it was next week. Oh, well, okay. Right, we don't need to worry about that. Let's get back to this. Right, weapon pack. It says start repairing some of the weapons, because like I say, we've got... Where's that AK-12 gone? Oh, there it is. Right. Crafting kits. Oh, what's that noise? Is it raining? Nah. There we go. Right. I'm still not going to use that gun yet, but... There we go. Right. M78. I probably can sell some of them. 308 are the top ones. Yes, wonderful. A suppressor. I suppose what I'll be able to do is put all the suppressors in one and all the actual scopes in another. And then the level 4 plate. Oh, I'm pleased I've got another one of them. And then we'll just stick the ammo in there. What does that... I don't know what that goes in, that one. Right. We can just... Oh, no. There we go. Right, let us grab some sustenance. There we go. We'll have another one as well, just for good luck. Why not? We'll do that. And, oh, batteries. We'll put pet set batteries in there. There we go. Wonderful. I do want to take this to the outpost at some point. I suppose there's no time like the present.
You're right, little guy. Hi. You're right, little guy. Hey. You good? You want some belly rubs, do you? Do you want to be tucked in? You love being tucked into bed, don't you? You absolutely adore it. Being all snug as a bug.
There you go. Look at him. He's like a little baby. Oh dear. Right, yeah. So we'll go take this to Gunsmith. Well, we will. I say we'll take it to Gunsmith. We'll take some of the stuff from the tent with me and go to the gunsmith. See if he's got any more level 4 vests, plates. Oh, I know what I wanted to check. Bugger. I wanted to check which rig. There's one type, I think it's one rig I don't have. So there's like the green camo and the white. I think there's just the 3. I would as well very much like a black rig. Just don't know. I think it would be cool. So that, yeah, let's just double check that. Let's just what ones I've got. Like I say, I don't really need them. I just kind of want them. Oh, I forgot my mother just sent me some money, and I'm like, why has my mother sent me money? I bought something. Oh, I've got 2 white ones. I've got right. I've got 2 white, and then I suppose actually I could swap them because I've got the 2. What? Oh. Oh shit, that had a level 4 in it. Damn. I didn't know that. Damn. There you go, I've got another. So yes, it's the green camo one I'm now missing. So we'll have a look at Gunsmith for that. I suppose I could put one of the beds in the attic. I want a bed at the attic. So I suppose I could go back to village and just sort of do a few runs there. But for now, we're gonna go back to Gunsmith because our doctor friend hasn't got anything we particularly need. I was hoping for lockers. I suppose what I want to do is like separate, once I've got the bunker, is separate lockers. So have like the food together, the armour together, the NATO weapons, ammo, and attachments and magazines all together, and then the sort of the Russian Soviet ones all together. I am, though, when I get to the tent, I'm just going to nip to the loo. And I'm going to do a really funny BRB text on screen. Right, there we go. We'll pause it. And then I just want to do a text BRB, text BRB rest room break. I want it to be a small font. No, I want it. Oh, what the hell was that? Oh, I know. I want it to be smaller font. 20. I want it to be really big. There you go. Perfect. There you go.
Hey, little guy. But you're worn out, aren't you, after that walk? I'm only going to the toilet. I'm not going anywhere. Don't worry. Hi.
Right. We can get rid of that. There we go. Yeah, we want to move that back across there like that. Who? I love Finn. Upcoming made by that's probably who I should then ask if I can use them as my intro screen and stuff. Makes sense. We'll do that. Hopefully they'll be like, yeah, sure. Obviously, as long as I credit, I'm not making money off of it. Don't know why I've got them. Right, let's go see what our friend has. Forsall for sale. Oh, I didn't hear anything. I can't believe that I have had every single event spawn today. You alright, little guy? I'm going to turn the fan off, I think. Okay, we don't need it on anymore, do we? Not really. You look absolutely knackered, mate. He really does. I think I've definitely worn him out, the poor boy. I suppose it's because I let him choose where we go on a walk. So if he wants to go on a long walk, we'll go on a long walk. But I think we'll have a fairly early night tonight. Just so, yeah. Ah, there we go. That's what I want. Nice. He heard me. I'd love some 308 ammo, though. Bloody hell, 5,000. Oh, I suppose it's the... yeah, it should. There we go. Nothing. I want 308 ammo still. Right, I'm going to go drop this stuff off and then go back to school. And then I think we will call it there for this evening. Just so I can sort of wind down a bit, spend a bit of time with Finn. And then we can get to bed early. Because, yeah, I didn't sleep much or well last night because I was sort of worrying about my daughter coming home safely on her flight. So, yeah, I mean, we've had a pretty eventful stream in terms of events. Whoa, what the fuck? That was Speedy Gonzales. Speedy Gonzales. The cartoon. Tango down, headshots. I don't know if I've ever noticed the moon reflecting on the scope, which actually is... Oh, wait. I mean, that's incorrect. I don't even know where it is. I don't know why I pressed F there. Yeah, that was really weird. I don't know why I did. Right, let's drop all of this back off. Here we go. We'll turn the light off. What is the time? Oh, no, we'll turn it on. It's getting darker. For some reason, I was convinced it was getting lighter. Thought there was something on the ground there. Right. So that is, oh, cat. Let's just double check on cat. Cat's fine. So that is going to do it for bacon this evening. Thank you very much for everyone for stopping by who has to this evening. I need more of them. And yeah, everyone sort of who's chatted and said hi and everything. Yeah, it's been a good stream. Been very, very eventful in terms of events. So weird. Like, I've never had so many events all at once. Or I say all at once on one day. So yeah, that's something maybe we have to think about in terms of how frequently you play. You know, who knows? Who knows? That might not at all have anything to do with it, and it could very well just be a, as Bob Ross would say, a happy coincidence. But yeah, we'll just fill up on food. Oh, I need to as well. I know no one's here, but it's good to remember. We want to go to channel. I want to see if anyone else is streaming Vostok. Yes. The Jermaine Blackwood. So they're muted. How do I... There. No, I don't want to knock. I want to... Oh, it is what I thought it was. Okay. Right, so yes, we're going to go raid that person, Jermaine Backwood, who is who's playing the game. They've actually got 8 people watching. I have none, but I suppose it's good to, good to share the love for the game at least and stuff. So yes, so thank you very much everyone for watching, and we will see you tomorrow morning for stream then, and hopefully we'll have Punisher then. But I hope everyone has a good rest of your evening.